All right, kids. So I am going to celebrate Brittany Griner's treasonous release from prison by reviewing a video called Modern Women Fails, which is ironic because Brittany Griner might be a lot of things, but a woman isn't one of them. All right, and it's by SC Reviews. So here we go.
I was today years old when I found out that guys have to go into their doctor monthly to get their foreskin trimmed, just like a month.
I'm not even going to address how retarded that assumption is. All I'm going to say is if it's my body, my choice for women, then it's my body and my choice for the babies that you mutilate the sexual organs of. If not, then just shut your whore mouths and stop getting pregnant.
Monthly haircut.
Just a reminder that I am very fat and very sexy.
Well, she's right about the fat part.
And I am 100% glorifying obesity. And there's nothing you can do about it.
I don't need to do anything about it because your heart, in very short order, is going to do something about it for you.
Biggest issue facing America today. Colonization.
All right, let's pretend for a minute that that girl isn't completely retarded mentally. If it weren't for colonization, all you professional victims who complain about stolen land and the poor natives and everything wouldn't even fucking exist. So here's an idea. Why don't you stop complaining and find a reason to be useful?
And the general effects of 100 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They haven't two brain cells to rub together, but they're also feminists, so that should go without saying.
We're brown, so we think that.
We're brown, so we think that, but we're definitely not racists like those Republicans.
Instagram or a long-term boyfriend? Pick one. Okay, let's see.
Instagram.
Okay. What?
Where are all the good men? Just because I would rather have an Instagram account over a loyal boyfriend or husband. You birthing people are so full of shit that all your eyeballs might as well be brown.
Instagram.
Instagram. Okay. Oh, you guys are getting red pill right now. Okay. What about you?
Probably Instagram.
Oh, that's right.
I already knew, but Instagram.
What the fuck?
I would say Instagram. I haven't met or found a man yet that can give me what Instagram is.
That's because men aren't virtual crack cocaine.
Whoa! Yeah, this is why this show is necessary. Do you see how all these girls are in a relationship with Instagram instead of a real man? They're addicted to attention instead of love. You know?
Hey, babe. Okay, so.
Remember that the next time you cry about where all the good men are. Just remember that you would prefer the attention from social media over the attention from a good man.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoe. And if you win, you get a kiss me. Are you ready? You're good?
That is pure savage.
We don't have the same privileges that are offered to straight white men.
Yeah, you just have the entire world on your side while we have nothing. That must be horrible.
Talk to me about what some of those privileges are that, straight white men have that you don't have. Talk to me about that.
I don't really know. Have you ever?
I don't really know. That's because America isn't a patriarchy, you stupid cunt. It's a matriarchy.
Ever experienced like a specific instance?
Yo, if you're a bald woman, just kill yourself. Unless you have cancer or some kind of disease that makes your hair fall out. Like, if you're doing that voluntarily, just kill yourself because you're stupid and useless and you look like Uncle Fester if Uncle Fester had a drug problem instead of a light bulb problem.
I also need to go.
I know, I do need to go. I'm sorry.
Talk to me about.
Oh, how convenient when you get clowned by reality, all of a sudden you have to leave. But when you're not getting clowned by reality, or you don't think you are, you'll stand there and talk for hours and hours and hours and hours because you're human complaining machines with nothing better to do.
Some of the privileges that white men are awarded that you guys are not awarded.
Definitely, like, I guess just getting away with situations. Like, if
Woman who glued her vagina shut as part of bizarre bid to frame her ex-boyfriend for kidnap and abuse is jailed for 10 years in Spain. I don't even know where to go with that because there's so many different. All right, let's move on.
I were to, like, I don't know, like, I guess.
You guess what?
There you go. I have to think about it.
I have to think about it.
Thank you for the market.
They had to they had to physically carry a protester out of a 5-star restaurant just because that protester didn't have anything better to do than protest. I'll put the link to this video in the description. I don't recommend watching it, but I'm watching it, so whatever.
How many genders are there? Gender is a social thing, so more than
Fantastic. That if gender is a social construct, then misogyny is impossible and feminism is pointless. Bam. When you don't think.
two. There are 3 sexes. You don't even know me. You don't know nothing about me. I want to say that you are hearing from people that are very frustrated. They are oppressed and they are very, very tired. You're hearing from people who are emotional.
It is absolutely insane to me how people who are completely worthless can have such an insane influence on the way America functions as a society every day. Because in an alternate universe where things make sense, it would be the useful people who decided how America functions. But instead, it's professional victims who are useless and desperate to feel important, and as a consequence, they're the ones who run our country. I don't understand it. It's probably because conservatives believe in the Second Amendment until it's time to actually grow a pair of balls and use it like it was supposed to be.
Exhausted. And you are coming from a place of privilege. I don't expect you to have the same.
Yeah, we're so exhausted in 2022 when we can have everything we want handed to us because we're women. And everything that we use every day is basically as simple as pushing a button because we're so exhausted.
Perception as they do. You need to hear what they are saying. And
I don't give a fuck about what they're saying because they're just professional victims who complain for the sake of hearing themselves do it. I don't give a fuck about your problems, especially when 90% of them are imaginary.
From your language, you want to argue. Your influence, you are an oppressor. Your influence was meant to be destroyed. And so, therefore, I ask everyone to.
Where's Jesse Lee Peterson when you need him?
Fill their destiny and give them hell. My only question is to ask you to leave.
I don't fucking care. If I don't want to leave someplace, I'm not leaving it. And you're not going to force me to, because in spite of your delusional brains, men and women are not equal. And if you try to force me out of a building, I'm not Ben Shapiro. If you try to force me out of a talk, I'm just going to beat the shit out of you because, equality. I don't play that shit. You kids are messing with the wrong kinds of people because eventually we're going to snap and your feelings aren't going to be able to protect you from us. And that was the end of that fucking waste of time. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I didn't.